that you have to support small groups for different classes, do you run into a situation where every teacher and within a class and several groups need you at a certain moment, and how do you, as one educator,
Initially, probably a teacher might say, I haven't seen you and this and that, but it's not how we work. It's about going where the need at the time. I'm in constant email with the teachers, so Daphne and I really understand what's happening in each of the classes all of the time. So we might, without being asked, actually email some of our thoughts to a particular teacher. Have you considered this? What do you think about this? Can I set up a meeting? I'm quite interested in what I've observed here. And, so we're not just waiting to be asked. So constantly really talking with the teachers. But also we encourage the teachers to empower themselves. They have to upskill themselves. They have to be informed learners also, constantly and continually. We expect them to be researchers. We expect them to be reading the latest literature. We expect them to be listening. Listening is a very important tool for teachers as well. And just because they've done something in one way one year doesn't mean that they have to bring it out again the same way the next year. You've got different groups of children. And so they bring what they know. It's like they might know what you want to teach. You're not going to sit there and teach them if they know. So you need to understand this.
I think also what you're trying to say is that Helen is one person and there's so many.
Right. So, but we don't see ourselves like that.
Yeah. Because Helen is skilling the teachers too.
Okay.
She works with the
so
teachers.
part of my role is to constantly do that, and so it's really empowering us all, and it's not for the children just to look to that person, and very rarely do we say, oh, you're the art teacher, because it's not about that. They see us as teachers and they see us as learners, all of us. So when we talk about the staff, we talk about the staff, not you do this and you do that. And the children see us so that they would know that they could go to each teacher because they're teachers. As opposed to I can only go to the science teacher or the maths teacher. They don't see it like that. Yeah, we know, of course, that we do have our own specialist areas. That's not deniable, but it's very much the children perceive us as all being able to assist in what they're doing. So
I'd like to check about your documentation.
Yes.
Basically, you do your documentation in this room here.
No, I don't. No, I don't do it. I just have some here for the children to have a look at some of the things
so
they've been doing.
So this will be the one that it doesn't go with the child, right?
Oh, okay. Right. So there are different ways that we document. This is just really what's happening at this moment with this particular group over the course of the last few months. The teachers within their classrooms have folders very much like this for the individual child. So in that folder could go some of their daily involvement in certain investigations. It could be some group as well. But this also will go back to the class, to the children. If it's an investigation that's happening here, we'll go back to the class. Newsletters go home weekly or fortnightly to parents who are actually assisting, who can get some insight. So it's a communication constantly. It's email to the parents. We very much use email. We try not to print off reams of hard copies. Our school's very much looking at sustainability. No hard copies. It's up to the parents, but at least it gives parents can actually look and read what's happening in the classrooms at their leisure. So if they're not here on a day, it's still there for them, and that's very important. That's where we're travelling to. How else we have communication? Other sorts of documentation. I work with groups of Year 1 children. They're the eldest in this centre, 7 and 8 year olds, to produce a journal which comes out twice a year, 2 semesters, and that's based on the investigations that are also happening within each of the classes. I have a proper editorial committee of Year 1 students.
Is this the one you're talking about?
No, that's something that I edit with Daphne, and it's highlighting teacher as researcher. Still based on the investigations, but it's more the teachers' projections and reflections. So it's a research magazine. However, the other one is actually driven and produced and published by children, the eldest in the centre. So every term I have a different committee, literally a real editorial committee, who actually write letters, communicate with the whole centre to explain what they would like from them. The basis of this, it began in 2000, so it's been going for about 10 years now, was for children who are in different classes upstairs knowing what was happening downstairs. Because the children who are upstairs came from here and go up. So it's keeping that communication, lines of communication open. And so, but of course it's also a very useful skill for the children on this committee, because the teachers work together with them as well. They're preparing letters, they're recording, they're interviewing. So a lot of skills that you would have on any newspaper or producing any journal or magazine, these are real skills. So when we talk about skills, this is how we see them happening to be able to be used later on and outside of the school. So this is another means of communication.